The Nissan Rogue entered a new generation with the 2021 model year. The compact SUV receives a ground-up redesign, and its new boxier styling gives it a more handsome and truck-like appearance. Hey folks, in today's video, we'll see everything about the 2021 Nissan Rogue and whether it's really worth buying. Stay tuned to the end of the video to find out everything about this SUV. Nissan's Rogue compact SUV gets a much-needed redesign for the 2021 model year with more appealing styling, modernized interior technology, improved performance, and more capable ride and handling. Historically, the Nissan Rogue sold well against segment leaders like the Honda CR-V, Mazda CX-5, and Volkswagen Tiguan, but it wasn't as good overall, languishing near the bottom of our rankings. With the redesign, Nissan's cash raises the bar in an attempt to shake its averageness, something we believe has been relatively successful. The 2021 model, like the previous generation Rogue, is powered by a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine with 181 horsepower, front-wheel drive, and a continuously variable automatic transmission will be standard, with all-wheel drive available as an option. Is the 2021 Nissan Rogue worth buying? The 2021 Nissan Rogue is a fantastic SUV to purchase. It only received a minor facelift to provide a more confident and refined ride. It's important to note that this is not the first time that this has happened. The price of the 2021 Nissan Rogue starts at around $27,000. The destination fee is included in this price. In addition, the salvage value is $25,650. The 2020 Honda CR-V begins at around $25,150. While the 2021 Toyota RAV4 begins at around $26,050. So if you can, try to get the Rogue for less than $27,000 for the base model. The ride quality is what makes the Nissan Rogue appear overpriced. Although it adds much needed driving refinement, it comes at the expense of comfort. The suspension on the Rogue used to be smooth and soft, but it is now stiff and rigid. The steering and handling have improved slightly because the front end is no longer as heavy. But this does not compensate for the harsh ride over potholes and other road bumps. A smaller tire size, such as the 17-inch wheels, may provide a smoother ride. The 18-inch and 19-inch tires, on the other hand, look better. Furthermore, the cabin isolation is average, so it's neither extremely loud nor noticeably quiet in the cabin. Under the hood is a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine with 181 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque. It's believed that this isn't the best amount of power. It's not uncommon for passengers to be delayed as a result of traffic congestion. Sport mode is also awkward and less effective than other sport modes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue faced a difficult task before its launch. This is due to the fact that the compact SUV's competitors include extremely popular models such as the Chevrolet Equinox, Ford Escape, Honda CR-V, and Toyota RAV4. Nissan can't afford to let its best-selling SUV fall behind in terms of performance, comfort, quality, or value with company like this. The Rogue is more refined behind the wheel than ever before. When a stoplight turns green, power remains modest, but compact SUV buyers rarely prioritize straight-line speed. They do, however, prefer space and functionality, and the latest Rogue is a mixed bag in this regard. Nissan gave the 2021 Rogue a more agile feel, thanks in part to improved handling over the previous generation's vague, nose-heavy reflexes. It's also been noticed that there are significant improvements in steering around sweeping corners and highway cloverleafs while testing the 2021 Rogue SV independent rear suspension. The new Rogue cabin design and layout are equal parts elegant, functional, and user-friendly. It's a pleasant place to spend time. Most places where you'll rest your arm or elbow have soft touch surfaces, though the material used in the rear seat area are standard for this class. Overall, the interior of the 2021 Rogue is well executed and competitive with key rivals. While it doesn't produce much more power than the previous Rogue, the new turbo engine feels more improved in operation. The 181 horsepower, 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine provides adequate acceleration in most situations and works well with the Rogue's continuously variable automatic transmission. This engine and gearbox are shared by all Rogues, regardless of trim level. The Rogue, like most competitors, includes standard safety features such as automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, blind spot monitoring, and lane departure warning. However, for many SUV buyers, Having the most up-to-date in-cabin technology is critical to keeping everyone happy. To that end, the Rogue has a wide range of options. The standard features include an 8-inch touchscreen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and 2 USB ports. When you upgrade to the SV trim, you get 2 additional rear USB ports and a Wi-Fi hotspot. The SUV can be upgraded to include wireless Apple CarPlay, a larger 9-inch touchscreen, 12-inch virtual gauges, and wireless smartphone charging. This was all about the most liked features of the car. Now, let's have our attention shift towards some of the aspects which users disliked about it. If you like the previous Nissan Rogue's comfortable, if uninspiring ride, you might want to invest in a pillow or two. That's because the 2021 model's sharper handling comes with a noticeably firmer ride. This was especially noticeable during the inspections of potholes and sewer covers. The second row slides forward and back to prioritize rear legroom or cargo space, and the seatback split 40-20-40 to accommodate longer cargo and 2 outboard passengers. Doesn't that sound good? That's correct, but that was the Rogue's previous generation. Both second row features have been dropped for the 2021 model year. Nissan's decision to discontinue this versatile seating and storage solution is an odd one. Does the car really have all new features than the previous model? The 2021 Nissan Rogue is entirely new, but it feels that way from behind the wheel. The naturally installed 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine is the same as in the previous model, but with slightly more power. With 181 horsepower and the same amount of torque, this engine has 11 more horsepower and 6 more torques than the previous model. The standard torque converter and the optional all-wheel drive system have been modified, but the improvements are barely noticeable. The Rogue AWD has a fuel economy rating of 9.2, 7.2, 8.3, L, 100 km. Since the engine lacks the turbocharged grunt that so many of its competitors provide, the Rogue may feel hesitant to pick up speed at the bottom of the engine speed range. However, the speed will gradually increase, bringing this compact crossover to highway speeds without requiring any mental effort from the driver. The SV AW trim level featured in this review cost $38,958 Canadian dollars. The clutch is the most significant improvement to the turbo engine, with software-programmed simulated gear shifts that are now standard in the latest and greatest CVTs. Although this system is not as advanced as the one used in Honda's 1.5-liter and CVT-equipped Accord, the Rogue is refined enough to fool some drivers into thinking it's a standard automatic transmission. The ride quality of the Nissan is its best feature. The Rogue rides smoothly with excellent damping that makes every road surface change noticeable, but not exhausting. The suspension accuracy is ideal for a vehicle that requires some road connection while remaining refined. It's almost certain that all car buyer demographics will test drive a new Rogue and feel that their preferences are well represented. Road isolation was above average, but a strong whistling sound from the wing mirrors suppressed the enthusiasm of its customers for the Rogue. The design of the Rogue is the big news and the focus of attention. The new Rogue's attractive face comprises the V-Motion grille and split headlight units. Nissan is moving in a new design direction with the Rogue and other upcoming products such as the redesigned Armada, Frontier, and Pathfinder. The exterior design is sharp but not overly stylized. Similarly, the interior design has been updated. A smartly appointed and spacious cabin is made possible by a vast number of hard buttons, a decent touchscreen, and a floating center console. The buttons, knobs, and overall build quality are excellent. Previously, some Nissan products felt thin-skinned and low quality. However, this is not the case with the new Rogue. With a nearly flat floor, high-mounted seats, and plenty of headroom, the second row of seating is ideal for tall passengers. The rear doors open as wide as a Honda CR-V 85 degrees, which could be very useful for young families who need to regularly place their babies or toddlers in bulky seats. In an extremely competitive segment, Nissan's team already has a massive task on their hands to bring the Rogue into the game as the most successful vehicle in this segment. During the several weeks of testing, the Rogue did not appear to be the absolute best in class for new car shopping. In this segment, there are better driving, more refined, more feature-rich, and more spacious options. As a vehicle that feels overall above average, the new 2021 Rogue is worth adding to your list of test drives in this very crowded category. That's all for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Do let us know your thoughts on the 2021 Nissan Rogue.